Did you miss out on the Switch 2? What's next for Nintendo's record-setting console? Plus, why Ghost of Yotai's release date could signal a GTA 6 delay. And we demo Tombwater, a Wild West Souls-like releasing this year. It's the Gamer Buff. What's going on? Jefferson Carbs with the Gamer Buff, Dove Larson. What's going on, Dove?
Not much. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. Listen, let's hit it. Busy week, big show. It's gamer news. It's indie news. Indie game alerts. Here we go. This week, Dove, was the week. The Switch 2 officially up for pre-order. What a fucking mess. What a chaotic morning. What's going on? What happened here? You got your Switch too.
Yeah, we lucked out. I mean, like, not everyone was as fortunate as we were, but I had all the screens going up, multiple devices. I had my wife working her phone on Walmart. I had Walmart, I had Best Buy, I had Target all going at once.
That's how you do it.
I had them all working. Target was just a total shit show. Things just weren't working. And, you know, I've checked this all out. I'm not the only one who experienced this, you know, just issues with it, you know, saying the cart, something was wrong with the cart, something's wrong with your payment, something's wrong with your address, even though they're all right. Just issues top to down. So Target, garbage. Best Buy, 30 minutes late, and they still, like, they had a weird, like, you're in line, but we have very limited supply, so good luck. Or, you know, some shitty
yeah,
like
just
that,
a complete
like, good luck.
Yeah, you're fucked, complete unknown. Is it even worth it being here type of thing?
Right. And,
which is what Target was too.
Right. And, like, you could be sitting there waiting until, like, late the next morning and you know, be like, oh, sorry, we sold all of them. Like, what the hell? You know, I was here right away. Anyway, and also Walmart kind of had the same thing. Like, you're waiting in line, you know, we'll see what's next. We have limited supply. We lucked out. We got it through Walmart. My wife did. And after that, you know, I debated whether or not I wanted to sit there and get one and sell it to you or something. But I just went to bed because I was tired.
Well, apparently the $450 price tag scared away absolutely no one.
No.
Everybody showed up for this console. Now, I'll say this. If you didn't get a Switch 2 while pre-orders were open on April 24th, don't worry about that, because listen, Nintendo has done a wonderful job creating a sense of urgency here, creating panic, FOMO, but I, for one, will not assist Nintendo on their path of rumor and lies and creating confusion as their Switch 2 eventually becomes the greatest selling console of all time, and it will. But, I mean, to pretend that they will not be able to fill like 8-9 million orders come June is just. Do you know how many people play video games?
Yeah,
all of them. All of them do. All of them do. And I think that Nintendo is aware of that. They are prepared for that, and I'm not worried about it. I skipped the entire, you know, pre-order fiasco, and I will get my Switch 2.
Yeah,
you know, Kayla will get me my Switch 2. And if she doesn't, that's a whole nother show. That's another episode for another day.
Yeah.
But the Switch 2, Nintendo, they're going to have them available.
100%.
You miss the pre-order, you're not going to miss come June on launch day of the Switch 2 console. It's going to be the best-selling console worldwide of all time. It's going to surpass the original Switch. And in North America, PlayStation still holds the crown, the original PlayStation. But I can tell you that the Switch 2 is easily going to fly by that. This is going to be it, and you're going to get it because Nintendo knows what they have. They're here to make money. They've been making money for 40, 50 years, and they're going to continue to make money. And they're going to have 10 plus million consoles available. Don't worry about it. Pay attention. Keep an eye on it. It's going to be back soon. You'll get yours. Yeah. And Kayla will get mine. The Switch 2, $450. That scared no one away. Now, Dove, I do have a question here for you.
Yeah.
This is exciting. We learned that There's Sonic Generations, Shadows Generations. It's coming to the Switch too as part of the launch. We know Mario Kart World. What are some of your favorite launch titles that you're looking forward to for the Switch 2?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's just kind of showing off its hardware right off the bat. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. Obviously, Mario Kart World is what I'm really excited about. A Tetris 2. To also show off the hardware, Hitman World of Assassination. One of my favorite games. One of my favorite series ever. But like the World of Assassination trilogy, ultimately one of my favorites. As I said, Hogwarts coming out. Just a lot. Split Fiction, a great 2-player co-op game, puzzle action, just a lot of coolness. It's coming out Switch 2. Like it's gonna have a lot of stuff. A couple of remakes, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, for Switch 2 edition. It's gonna be you're gonna have a couple options, and it's gonna show off its better hardware. So I'm excited about this. You're gonna have options, and hopefully by the time we get closer, we're gonna get more and more games for the launch day.
That's the thing. There's still time to announce and get ready to release new launch titles.
Right, but you can only play one game at a time.
Yeah, well, already it's very impressive. Most people are going to buy the bundle with Mario Kart World, and why wouldn't you? That's awesome. You're a month into this thing, in July 17th.
Yes.
You're getting the new Donkey Kong game,
Bonanza.
which is like Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be so fucking great. Like, you can't beat a Donkey Kong game.
No,
going all the way back to DK Country.
Up your alley, man.
Great, dude. And I can't wait for that. And just, if you're looking for the Switch 2, just pay attention, hang in there, and buy the next wave of them. It's going to happen. They're going to have enough. They're creating this like huge Tickle Me Elmo like desire for this thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't
FOMO.
Don't buy into it. We still have 2 months before this release, and you're gonna be fine. You'll get the console. Just pay attention and go buy it. Like, it's gonna be a monster. It's gonna do great. It's gonna set records. It's the Switch 2. I want to stick with Nintendo here, Dove.
Yeah.
Nintendo, Pokemon, the Palworld lawsuit. What's going on there? How about an update there? We haven't talked about that in a little while.
Yeah. Well, I think the last time we talked, we discussed that 20 of the 21 cases in America, at least, have been thrown out. So in favor of Palworld. So really, there's just one case left here in North America. But one of the issues they're bringing up is one of the previous games made by Pocket Pair, Craftopia, has some of the mechanics that were patented by Nintendo in the 2021 patent, but the game came out in 2020, so that predates the patent. Obviously, that's going to be an issue for Nintendo right there. You're basically proving that they own the patent of one of the issues they're having. So again, we'll see what happens. That's just one of the many. There's still legal cases going over in Japan as well. So there's plenty to go on. I'm still a Palworld sider in this. I do not like this genre patenting that Nintendo's trying to.
Well, it's ridiculous. They're all still wide open in Japan, but like, as gamers, let's just all hope that they all get thrown out, and they should, because they're ridiculous. Like, this, it's getting to a point of like, well, this game has a character that you play, and there's other characters in the game that attack your character. Like, what the fuck do you want at a certain point? These are the game.
Like,
you can't. There's no patent on that. It's just, we're making games. Like, if a fucking bad guy, an enemy, throws something at your character,
is that
you can't patent that.
Patent that next.
That's just life, and like, people not getting along sometimes.
Right?
I don't understand what they're doing. It's not going to work. Give it up. You're about to have the best-selling console of all time, Nintendo. You don't need to do the Palworld thing.
No.
And it's so weird that it's become this, because they're just like, well, we can attack them on this and that and this and that, even though they have no chance of holding up. When the fact is, you're just upset because their characters kind of look like your characters.
Yeah.
And it's like Pokemon for adults with guns.
Yes.
And so that's all it ever should have been. And I don't even blame Nintendo for that. I get that because you
Right.
take one look at Palworld and you're like, what is this, Pokemon?
Right.
Oh shit,
yes.
they're blasting guns at each other. It's not Pokemon. What is this? Some kind of adult Pokemon? That's what it is. Nintendo's not wrong,
No, but
but
you can't patent what they're trying to patent.
what they're trying
so,
to do is ridiculous. There's really nothing you can do. It's it's kind of like Schedule 1, right?
Yes,
Schedule
the
1
same
is
thing.
blowing up the world, and Drug Dealer Simulator is they don't have a lawsuit, but they were looking into it. Some of the simulators.
Their publisher, or at least that was their claim. Yeah, and it don't be patenting genres just because people have some similar mechanics doesn't mean it's the same game. People have different takes, different art styles, different everything. I mean, it's one thing to rip off a game, but this is not a rip off, man. Like they're doing their own thing, and it got other elements, survival aspects. It's a different and better. Well, I like it more, but it's a different game. I don't like this genre patenting crap, and I like Nintendo. I got Nintendo Switch too, but I don't like this kind of behavior, sir.
No, I mean we all
Clean it up.
Yes,
Clean
sir.
it up.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. We all love Nintendo. I just don't think they need to be doing this. And Schedule 1 and DDS, like, dude, I don't know. You can't just like have a drug dealer and then see another drug dealer and sue them. Like, it doesn't work that way.
That
Most of the
was
time,
so
you
weak.
like threaten them or murder them, and then Joe Kenda like solves the case. But it's a whole thing. Hey, Dove, you want to do an indie game alert?
I always want to do an indie game alert.
Game
all the
alert,
time.
release alert. Listen, it's called Tombwater. The demo is out now on Steam. Dove, let's take a look. Tell me about this game.
All right. I'm going to describe it as a top-down, pixel-looking Western wizard Souls-like. If you're a fan of like the Bloodborne game, you're probably gonna like this. It's like a retro-looking version of that, brought to us by a Soul developer, Moth Atlas out of Ohio. Midwest Games is the publisher. Great demo. I fell in love with this right away. Like the idea, I was just like, oh wow, this is brilliant. Then I played it. Controls, I like them. I like the idea. Even in the demo, you get a lot of variety. 9 different weapons in total, I believe. Different ranged and melee weapons mixed in there. A couple different spells and a boss fight. It's really well crafted. I like the action. I enjoyed it. I can't wait till the full version's out. I'm so excited about this though. Like, man.
I know, dude. Tombwater. How great is this game already in the demo? You get like, here's a look at most of our weapons, right?
Yeah.
9 different weapons.
yeah.
Some magic, which you can't overuse the magic.
Yes, yeah, that's a cool mechanic.
Or there are consequences.
There
right?
will be
It's really cool.
consequences, yeah.
And you get a boss battle. It's a great demo. It's a Wild West Souls like.
It's beautiful.
It's releasing this year.
Yep.
And it's called Tombwater. And like, this is the kind of shit we're here for, right?
Oh, 100%. I saw this. I was instantly like all over the messaging boards. Like, oh my God, I love this one. It's coming out. Like, oh my God. I cannot wait until Tombwater is out. I think retro indie fans especially they're going to dig this one. And like I said, Souls like, what a good, I'm going to play the hell out of this one, man.
This is the type of shit that indie gaming needs.
Right.
These are the beauties we fucking look.
This is what we need. Retro, indie, beautiful. Yeah. It's deep. It's well crafted. Oh man. If you have a chance, check out the demo, man. It's on Steam, dude.
Yeah, check out the demo. Dove's gonna have a review for you as soon as this thing is officially out. Like 100%. It's going to happen within a week. And this is a big release for indie gaming. And I will tell you this, indie developers, beware. You the one who keeps telling me to beware? Because I'll tell you where to be. Out of my sight. No, listen, you're an indie developer with a great idea, but you have no funding for your game's early stage. You know what you got to do? You got to go check out Blue Ocean Game. Right?
Yeah, right. They're backed by Krafton, obviously known big time for PUBG and the new Inzoi, which is like a Sims type thing. Anyway, these two together, basically, it looks like they're trying to be like kind of a funder and a publisher of sorts for really small indie developers. Like we're talking 1 to 3 people teams, and like they're just trying to give them like basically like seed money or money to basically, you know, pay the bills and be able to live a life for a couple years while they sit down and really develop the game. You know, like I think this is a great idea. You know, a lot of these indie developers, they put their life savings into, you know, marketing or just getting some of the assets or whatever it may be. They put a lot of money into these games and a small fraction pay off. So like to be able to stabilize that from the developer side would be great. And this is just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great ideas out there, a lot of great visions of what a game could be, and absolutely no money to actually attempt to make this thing. And this is what Blue Ocean Games is doing. It's a early stages development. All they want to know is like your idea, your vision.
Yep. Good trailer or something.
Yeah, they want to see a decent trailer of your vision, and then you get this funding. And we're talking 100 different developers, small teams, 1 to 3 people, getting, you know, $300,000 over the next 3 years to get through the early stages. Really, the toughest part of developing a game. And Blue Ocean Games, and they're doing it in a cool way.
Yeah,
where they're gonna have like trailer showdown.
Yeah, I think it was like Rising Tide Game Challenge, I think is what they're calling it. But yeah, just like having these indie small developers compete with their ideas, just like, here you go. And like I was saying, man, so much of video games and just like picking what we want to play as gamers is just, you see something and you're just like, yeah, I want to play that. Or you hear about an idea and you're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like when it's not science or math, but when you hear it, you just know, you know, it just clicks. And I think this trailer idea kind of harnesses that. You know, it's like you see these cool trailers, you get the idea, you see the art, the graphical interfaces they're going for, and you're like, that could be a great game right there, you know, and like, let's work with that. That's an awesome idea. So I think this is a great idea, man. I think this is great. They're investing like $30 million into this. That's nuts. It's a lot of indie developers that could help.
Oh, it's huge. Blue Ocean Games doing a really great thing. This is so big for, like, we obviously support indie gaming, and this is so huge because you could stumble upon our little fucking show right now, and you could be like, oh, let me check this out. Blue Ocean Games. And by the way, when you get, you know, $300K to get through the early stages of your game and develop this thing, and it becomes like the next Balatro, like, hit us up. You know, don't forget about us. We told you about it. We told you about it.
Subscribe at least. That's all I ask.
Told you about it. No. Well, I told them first, and now they're huge. Dove. Dove, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Dove,
please.
How long is too long? Todd Howard, your boy, recently dropped an update on Elder Scrolls 6, saying that, yes, someone, somewhere, is working on Elder Scrolls 6. Now, the fact is, here's the fact. We're probably looking at a next-gen console release for this game, meaning you could expect this thing in 2028 or later. This game was announced with nothing of a trailer, a teaser trailer that showed you nothing but a title in 2018. So, Dove, I ask you again, how long is too long?
I don't know. About 5 years ago was too long,
Yeah,
dude.
long time ago.
This is taking way too long, Todd. What the hell, dude? How long does it actually take to finish a game? They have the backing of fucking Microsoft, and we can't get a game done in under a goddamn decade. I don't understand this. Like, look at their counterpart, Obsidian. They do similar style games, maybe not to the same exact scope or whatever, but they just released Avowed, one of their biggest titles, And in the same year, they're going to release Outer Worlds 2. I know you might not want to compare those to the Bethesda games, but you really should. Because they released them in the same fucking year, and Todd Howard needs 2 decades to do the same thing for Starfield and the next goddamn Oblivion. Jesus Christ, Todd! Why is it so hard? Delegate responsibility. I understand he's nice to work for, but maybe be a manager and get some people to work the fuck under you. Hire Obsidian to work on the fucking game. They can do two things at once, apparently. Maybe next year they can finish your fucking goddamn cabinet of games that you're never gonna fucking finish in the next 20 years. Jesus Christ. No. Like, there's the gamers that grew up wanting to play these games are not going to be able to play these games anymore. They're either losing interest or they're just not there anymore. It's just fucking irrelevant.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Judge Harvey Whalen in the live studio audience.
Thank you, bud.
Brings up my next question. Are the fans dying off?
Well, they will be by the next goddamn game.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
We're talking the earliest this game's going to come out is what, like 2028? So the next generation of consoles.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to update your PC at the very least to keep up. And they still don't even like have any base of the fucking game. Oh yeah, we're working. That's what I wanted to correct you on. He said the massive prick that he is. Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here. End quote. Yeah, well, obviously. I haven't seen shit in 5 fucking years or 8 years, Todd. Yeah, but what the fuck? Obviously, you're not doing shit.
Why you remastered number 4?
He just remastered a game that's been out for 20 fucking years. Why not finish a game with the trailer that's been out for almost 10? Jesus Christ.
Well, in his defense, it wasn't much of a trailer.
No, it wasn't. He got him there. It was the idea of a trailer.
But I'm concerned about this because, like, you okay?
I need a minute here, man.
All right.
You take over here.
Here's my concerns, like, amazing rants aside. The fans of a lot of series and franchise and games, like, they're grandparents.
Yes,
they're going to be grandparents, and then they're going to die. They're going to die off. So, like, what does that say?
Woefully depressing. Yes.
Like, all these legends, these classics that we love, and if something like Elder Scrolls, like, when they don't, you got to strike when the fucking iron is hot. Right?
Yes, exactly.
This saying is as old as history itself, man. Like, who nowadays is striking cold while the fucking iron's hot? Like, you know what I mean? This saying predates so many of us. It goes back a long way. And the reason is, it's true. You got to strike with the iron.
Right.
And if you take, 10 to 15 to 20 fucking years to put up the next chapter, that's a generation, man.
Yeah, and it better be the final chapter. You better close things up, man.
You know who, like, I don't know, 15-year-old basketball fans are fans of?
Who?
Not Michael Jordan.
Michael?
Because, I don't know, Anthony Edwards, Nikola Jokic, not even LeBron James. You want to know why? Because
they don't know David Robinson?
Nobody's going to know Elder Scrolls. They're going to be playing like fucking, Shitty McCubehead or whatever the next thing is.
Yes, thank you. They're moving on. You gotta get to this. Develop multiple games. Spread out your team. Like, hey, you don't have all the same people from the start of Bethesda, all right? You hired people along the way. Hire more people, make multiple teams, make multiple games, like, be a real manager and do multiple things at the same fucking time, man. Like, it's basic. How do you have the backing of Microsoft and you can't pull this off? You can't be like, hey, could we maybe hire some more people? Hey, could we, talk to Obsidian to help us? Because we can't handle it in the next 40 years or whatever timeline Todd put out there. I'm never going to see Fallout 5. I'm not going to see it. I'm going to be fucking dead by the time Fallout 5 is. And Todd Howard's probably going to retire.
Well, Dead man's never gonna retire, dude. If there's a fucking spotlight nearby, he's not retiring from that. Can I just one last question on the subject here. Are you a fan of Todd Howard?
Not particularly, but his games are great.
His games are great.
His games are great.
I mean,
but I'm just taking out my frustration. He's a. I mean, I guess he did. Yeah, he did some great work, but like, could I see the end of Fallout? Could I see some more stuff? Like, you have a great. Like, this would have been the time to release the next Fallout with the mega hit TV show getting all, the publicity and all the notoriety. Would have been great to have something, man. But no, let's talk about how we're obviously working on Chapter 6 of a game we mentioned 8 years ago.
Obviously. You know what? There's no release, and there's no like point in time in the future that there's going to be a release news. There's no news here when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6, but there is news, release news when it comes to the Ghost of Yotai.
Yes.
The Ghost of Yotai said, "Fuck it, let's just do it, man." The PlayStation exclusive will officially be released October 2nd, 2025. Now, this is big news because everyone looking at Q3 and Q4 releases are all running scared, cowering from the lurching giant, the shadow of GTA 6. Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, I'm shaking. Well, good for Ghost of Yotai. They're not shaking. They're not running scared. Stand by your game, Ghost of Yotai. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima. What a fucking game. What a monster. Should have been the game of the year in 2020. And the follow-up, Ghost of Yotai, some 300 years later, in feudal Japan. They are not backing down from anything. They do not fear anyone. Or do they just know something about the release of GTA 6?
I kind of think that they might know something. Well, okay, so we got Take-Two, who is the publisher, who, the parent company who owns 2K, and Rockstar, who, Borderlands is releasing in late September, the last week of September.
And so Borderlands is Take-Two. Rockstar game.
I think it's 2K actually, but it's one of the two. I'm not 100%.
Is it 2K? Okay, all right.
But again, it's underneath
the same damn company.
It's underneath the umbrella of Take-Two. It's a lot to keep track of. People are just
it's a huge massive company that owns all this shit.
Yeah. So regardless, they're all interconnected, and Borderlands is releasing at the end of September. And I believe they're just thinking, hey, they're not going to release two big games back to back. GTA 6 is not going to come out 7 days or 8 days or even 14 days right after one of their biggest titles coming out. It makes no sense. So I think Ghosts of Yotai saw that, and they're like, hey, Borderlands, let's go right after them, give ourselves a little breathing room there, and probably give people enough time to finish Ghosts of Yotai before they start GTA 6.
Smart. So Ghosts of Yotai is just doing a little math here.
Yeah, setting the trend too.
Yeah, making a little equation and understanding that if Borderlands is coming out, GTA 6 is not coming out a week or two later.
Right. That would be horrible management by the publisher.
Sure, but there's a lot of rumor out there, which could have something to do with this, is that, like, let's just get ourselves a pretty early fall release. We're a monster already, Ghost of Yotai. Like, we're a monster. We're following up on Tsushima. Like, we got nothing to worry about. And, we think that GTA 6 might not even make 2025. Certainly not the fall. Maybe right before Christmas. Maybe. But there's a lot of rumor out there that they might get delayed.
Yeah.
Including from, someone who was pretty involved in GTA 5, thinking that, like, if there's not a release date by now, this thing's not making it to 2025. That's what this dude is saying.
Yeah. I mean, we're still waiting for a trailer, man. But yeah, I'm saying if we don't hear anything by the next earnings call, which is the middle of May 15th, that they're either going to announce that it's in 2026 or they're going to have a release date then. That's what I'm thinking. That's what a lot of people are thinking.
So you're saying on May 15th, we either find out the release date for 2025 or we're not seeing GTA 6 until 2026.
All right. That's
what
my
you're
guess.
saying.
That's my guess.
I don't want to guess. I want to know.
I'm saying it.
For sure. This is written in stone. You're planting your flag on May 15th.
Yeah.
We find out the release date for 2025,
yes.
or we don't see Grand Theft Auto 6, this fucking monster, until 2026.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, now we got to wait 20 days.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. It sucks. We got to wait to wait.
Well, what do we
Yeah,
do?
like,
what do we do until then? I mean,
well, what are we going to do when we get there? We're going to be like, oh, great. We got to wait longer. All right.
I don't think
this
this
wait. I still got to wait to wait.
I don't think this
And then you
game's
gotta wait
coming
longer.
out this year. I don't think that GTA
Don't give it
6 is coming
bad
out
karma. Don't give it the bad juju.
these people all talk. They know these big boys talk. It's not like they're sharing this information with some little indie nothing. Like these big guys all talk. You think PlayStation doesn't have some idea when Grand Theft Auto 6 is releasing? When PlayStation is about to put out their fucking holiday game, their game of the year? This is their game of the year. It's a fucking PS exclusive. It's their game of the year. You think they don't have some idea of what fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 is the Take-Two, what all this shit? You don't think they have any idea?
I mean, they're competitors in the market, but I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe they're like, hey man, it's not coming out, so you guys got plenty of room. But
Yeah,
also,
competitors
if
in the
you're
market.
Rockstar, why not just keep that open so people wait the longest, and you give your other titles a lot of breathing room.
But these competitors in the market, they all go from one company to the next. They're all high fucking paid power guys. They're corporate power guys. They have friends and connections everywhere. They know what's happening. They know what's happening.
I don't.
Okay, well, I'm telling you that I've got the feeling that Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to release until 2020.
You got the inside track.
And I hope it's not until the summer of 2026.
They're the big wigs.
But it might be.
I'm the indie guy.
Summer 2026. All right, I'm breaking it here. GTA 6, get comfortable. Hey, listen,
I said
play some
October
Ghost of Yotei.
29, and you planted your flag with me, and now you're already in 2026.
That was based on the poster.
Yeah. You don't believe the poster anymore?
I believe
Max
the poster,
Payne
but
3 is telling the truth.
if this game's coming, actually, it's like 6 months from now. So yeah. All right, fine. Let's stick with the fucking Max Payne prediction.
Yes!
That
Woo!
has predicted every single major release from Rockstar in the last 10 fucking years. That's still a possibility. October 29th is still a possibility for GTA 6.
I think it is. I requested off for work, so it better be.
And that still gives you damn near a month for Ghost of Yotei.
Exactly.
So it's not like they'd be running. You could finish the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's
2
why
weeks
I think it all
before
adds
that.
up. It all makes sense.
So yeah, October 29th still makes sense. All right, we're sticking with the dub on this one. I got a little carried away. I went a little off course. We're sticking with the dub. October 29th, Grand Theft Auto 6. Watch and learn, he says. Dub, what are you working on this week? What are you playing? What's going on?
All right. Just released my Dove's digital deep dive on
free.
Yeah. Well,
take 2. Dub, what are you working on this week?
Working on my digital deep dive on Imagine Earth's Galaxy DLC. Really great. Loved it. A lot of fun. Just takes things to the next level. It's like converting chess to checkers. Or in my video, I make the analogy that it's like a sports game adding a franchise mode. Like it really just connects everything and it makes everything matter. Things you do in a previous build, a previous colony. can translate and carry over to your next, and multiple ones, and you're always competing against similar colonies. So it kind of feels like Star Trek almost. Your Starfleet competing with the Romulans and the Klingon Empire and all that stuff. Not exactly, but it has that feeling. You're interacting with them on the planet and stuff like that. You can build alliances, or declare them enemies. There's just a lot going on. I love how it's interconnected, and it's really challenging. They really upped the game. But yeah, check out my deep dive. It's out now.
So now, Imagine Earth, brand new DLC. Dove's got it covered for you. After that, we're looking at
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
33.
Might be like one of the greatest games I've played. Like, hands down, it's so good, top to bottom. Everything they do in that game, I have enjoyed. I just love playing it. I love thinking about it. It's got good combat. It's got great acting, amazing story. It hooks you right away, and just it's got a really good pace, man. Just I love this game. It's something if you're a fan of the RPG genre, you might like it, especially if you like the old school ones with the turn-based combat, the old Final Fantasy type stuff. Like, this is great. Like, it's really intricate too, but it's fun.
Claire Expedition 33. You're in love with this game. The official review will be out soon from the Dove. For now, check out everything we have to offer, the indie spotlights, the Dove's digital deep dives at Two Hats and a Beard, and brand new, of course, Imagine Earth, brand new DLC. That update to the review is out right now. No Jim Adams this week, I'm sad to say.
Not feeling well. Hope he's doing better though. We'll hopefully see him soon.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah, he was kind of mean to me when I said, like, hope you feel better.
He said, "Eat me."
Yeah, that was really mean. I wasn't nice back to him after that, but I
tried to be nice. Said, "Go fuck yourself." Then this is the kind of fucking chemistry we have on this channel.
Yeah. Well, I tried to be nice. What the hell?
Jim's very unhealthy. He's like dying. He's slowly killing himself. And you're concerned, and you tell him, "Oh man, I hope you feel better." He says, "Eat me," and you say, "Well, then go fuck yourself." And I'm sitting here like, "What do I say? Something? I don't." And I didn't. I ignored it.
Smart move.
Yeah,
I probably should have ignored it, but I was like, "What the hell, dude? What?"
I mean, it's no wonder he's
a dick
sick.
move.
He doesn't drink water. He doesn't wash his hands. He's very unhealthy. He's disgusting. He's a disgusting person. He's the gamer buff. Duff Larson. Like, share, subscribe for more content. We got game reviews. We got indie spotlights. So many indie spotlight game reviews. The Gamer Buff podcast at Two Hats and a Beard. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll do it again in a week. Hey, fellas, game on!
Game on! Oh my God, you guys are so special.
I was giving him love. Why were your hands in your pants?